Welcome everybody back to the channel. We're going to continue where we left off from last time. I believe the audio is at a good place right now, so I'm going to leave it and we'll see if it continues to be fine. We're going to continue through here. Alright, on this episode we're going to focus on starting to put our team together. Well, at least our original first team. Do I have any? Okay, so I do have 5 Pokeballs. We'll go to Tackle. We're gonna try to catch this Rookity, add it to our team. That way, like I said, we can start building up a team to go forward with. Obviously it'll change, it's going to change throughout the entire playthrough, so we'll see here. But like I said last episode, Rookity has a fantastic final evolution in my opinion. Alright, perfect. Rookity is caught. Sorry, I was making sure the audio is doing good. No, like I said, I'm not a nickname type of guy. Of course, we're gonna catch this Wooloo. We're gonna have this Wooloo be part of our team. And like I said, when we go for our shiny run, we're definitely gonna be trying to get a shiny Wooloo, that's for sure. That's definitely one of the Pokemon that's on my top priority list for the shiny run. I don't know which Pokemon I'm completely focused on getting in the shiny run. Like I said, I don't know for sure. But Wooloo is one of the few Pokemon that I'm very sure about. I just like it for whatever reason. I like how simple it is. Perfection. Alright, we've got a team building here. We got a team brewing. Learn quick attack. Cool. Power trip. I don't know all the moves. I know some moves. I know some of the moves that like up your defense or lower it. But I really don't know a ton. We are not having one of those squirrels. Because that's what it is. It's a glorified squirrel. We're not having it as in our team. Alright, we're gonna face some Pokemon now. Just to start leveling up our team. Alright. Too nervous to eat berries. Who, me? Or the Rookity? Because if it's the Rookity, I understand. I mean, Scorbunny is a intimidating specimen. Defeated. I don't want you part of my team anyways. You don't need to run for me, Squavet. No, Jesus. This is perfect. This is perfect. The Blip Bug, again, another another Pokemon who has just an unbelievable final evolution. For whatever reason, it's simple, but I like it a lot. Here's the problem. We're level 8. I feel like if I'm just gonna try to use a Pokeball and not attack. Perfect. Perfection. Exactly what I needed. That is exactly what I needed. Okay, let's go with this. Perfect. I'd say we're putting together a very solid first squad. Like, this is our first edition of our team. This is terrific. Alright. Again, we're gonna face a couple more Pokemon just to start leveling up our team, and then we'll make our way to the Pokemon Research Lab, of course. We need to grab our Pokedex. So the last episode went really well. Editing, again, the audio I felt like was at a good place, so long as it continues to seem like it's staying at a good place. I'm going to keep it how it is, and with this episode I'm going to probably go a little bit longer, and slowly the episodes will get a little longer and a little longer, just so, you know, I don't want one playthrough to have, 500 episodes, because I'm only doing 30 minutes at a time. It's very bold of me to assume a Pokemon main story game can take that long, but remember, folks, we are not just doing the main story. We are completing the entire Pokedex of this game. We are going to do the main story and then the entire Pokedex. So we've got a long game ahead of us, and then this game has DLC that we're gonna do. So again, I don't know that we'll get to the DLC before Pokemon ZA, but I hope to at least finish much of this game and its Pokedex before ZA releases, because I believe we have what, like 3 more months? So 2-3 more months, so that should leave us quite a bit of time to make some progress. Okay, we're definitely not catching Squavet. Not right now. I mean, we'll have to eventually catch Squavet and evolve it into whatever it evolves into for the Pokedex, but certainly not doing that right now. I'm sorry if this is somebody's favorite Pokemon, but it's whatever it is about it, I just very unappealing to me. I wonder, I'm sure there's something out there that has the answer on Google or whatever of what is the overall favorite starter for this game. I feel like it's probably Grookey, because I know Scorbunny catches a little bit of hate, which I personally don't understand, I don't get, I don't agree with. I think Scorbunny's cool. I think Cinderace is cool. I don't get it, but I think and I think Grookey's cool too, especially his final evolution's pretty cool, but I just don't think it's better than Scorbunny. But people hate to hate sometimes, so, or shall I say they love to hate. Just like the new Dragonite, the Mega Evolution of Dragonite. There's people who dislike that. I totally disagree with them. Well done, you reached the goal and managed to find the Pokemon Research Lab. You did a far sight better than I did my first time. See how your world has already grown? I'm sure glad I got Charizard with me. Now in we go. Here we are, here to get our Pokedex. Got to give it to Professor Magnolia. Everything in here looks fascinating. Yapper. What is it today, Leon? Looking for info on another never-before-seen super strong Pokemon? I wish you'd stop with these outlandish requests. Yamper. Yamper. Yeah, Yamper came to his rescue. This is his trainer, Sonia. What can I say about Sonia? Well, I like the way she cooks. She makes food you can gobble down in a flash. Tisk, what kind of introduction is that? We were rivals before, during our gym challenge. Did you forget? It wasn't just Yamper helping you. The lovely Sonia. Anyway, nice to meet you. Name's Sonia. I'm the professor's assistant. This is sKi. He's a new Pokemon trainer. Set him on the right path, would you? What does he think I am? He's always got his head in the clouds. No wonder he gets lost all the time. Oh look, you've got a Rotom phone. Handy little things, aren't they? They've got a map and navigation tool. Tell me, do you know a lot about Pokemon? You bet. And I only say you bet. Again, I am newer. But I only say you bet because I really don't want to sit through her dialogue explaining what Pokemon are to me. I'm not that new. Yes, yes, give me my Pokedex. Pokedex is a gift from her Gran. Could you let Gran know that you received the Pokedex? She lives in the house along Route 2. Sure thing. Going to inspect, this place, see what you got going on. Whiteboard is positively covered with notes from top to bottom. Okay. Perhaps it's measuring something. The readings seem to be fluctuating. Okay, well. I'm not gonna make things awkward between us two. I'll just go. Alright, hey there trainer, sorry to stop you. You just left the Pokemon lab. That means you have a Pokedex, yeah? I love talking to new trainers, giving them useful stuff. Thanks for the potion, sir. Yeah, we'll use the potion when our Pokemon's HP is low. You can use it during battle. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. The most random encounter, I think, in all of Pokemon. Alright. Got your Pokedex from Sonia. Then it's time to meet lots of different Pokemon and start building up a strong team. But battling strong Pokemon in the wild can leave your team in a bad way. Not to mention what battling another trainer can do. Luckily, we've got Pokemon centers. They're easy to spot. Bet you've never been inside one. You would bet wrong, which is not shocking, seeing as though you chose Grookey after I chose Scorbunny, which I'm forever going to hold against you. Is this your first time in a Pokemon Center? Of course not. Then I don't think you need me to tell you what to do. Yeah, exactly. And then I love that they don't have Hop tell you what to do. They have some random guy who looks like Ian Gallagher from Shameless tell you what to do. If you know that reference, you're a real one. Alright, we're going to rest our Pokemon, of course. We have a long road ahead of us. We're going to grab some potions. Just in case. I don't think we need them, especially this early in the game, but I'm sure eventually they will come in. They will come in very handy. Sure, just give me 5 for now. I already have 5, so. Nope, I'm all good. I've been thinking, if you're a Pokemon trainer now, you must want to try the gym challenge. The annual competition where trainers can battle it out to challenge the champion. But you've got to be endorsed to take part in it. Lee doesn't think I'm up to snuff, so I'm thinking I ought to talk to the professor and see if she could help. You've got to take part too. A proper rival is just the thing every trainer needs to keep growing. Keeps you motivated, right? The professor's house is way down at the end of Route 2. Let's head there. Again, I know I'm skimming through much of the dialogue, and I know there's probably people out there who that bothers, but there's a lot of like wishy-washy, skippable, not that important dialogue. Once we get to, again, the legendaries, more of the main story, you know, we'll slow it down and really take our time with it. It's time we filled our teams a bit. I'm here to teach you how. You'll need to catch Pokemon if you have any hope of filling that Pokedex. Where'd you come from? Look at you, Ski. You've already caught some on your own. Your mom gave you those Pokeballs, did she? I'll give you some more Pokeballs. In return, I ask that you catch plenty of Pokemon. Pokemon around here seem easy to catch, almost like they're itching to join your team, wouldn't you say? 20 Pokeballs, thank you, sir. Yeah, the Pokemon on your team will get experience points when you catch Pokemon too. And they get experience points from battle as well. Your team will keep on changing and growing as you get stronger together, no doubt. Show your champion something good, alright? That is true. Our team is going to change throughout this playthrough. I'm not keeping it the same all the way through. We're going to catch higher level Pokemon throughout. We're going to catch Pokemon at different stages of evolution. We're going to catch Pokemon who I think is just cooler than whoever we have on our team at the time, or more useful. And we're going to switch up the team. So if you're expecting me to pick like my team now and roll with them all the way to the end, I hate to disappoint you. I'm going to catch loads of Pokemon. The professor will be shocked when she sees. Incredibly doubtful, but yeah. Another Blip Bug. We'll face some Pokemon as we go. I'm not going to spend too much time just randomly fighting random Pokemon, because, you know, you do get a lot of XP mainly from the trainer fights, and then obviously when we'll get to the gyms and whatnot, so. Yeah, like I said, I'm very excited that we already caught Blipbug. I know he's not overly hard to catch, but like Rookity, he has a very cool final evolution. Does Wooloo evolve? That might be a really dumb question, but I don't know what Wooloo evolves into. What would a sheep evolve into? Like a goat? That doesn't... No. No. You know, the words that left my mouth far before... this is a bad fight. This is water and fire. But Chudo probably doesn't have any water moves yet. Well, it's level 7, so maybe. We're gonna switch out Pokemon. Let's put Wooloo in. Let's see what our Wooloo has in store. I'm gonna look that up. You know what? No, I'm not gonna look it up. I'm gonna let this game answer my question for me. We will see. We will find out together what Wooloo evolves into. So Wooloo is getting its, its booty cheeks handed to itself, so I think we're gonna go back to Score Bunny here. I had a lot more hope for Wooloo there, but didn't work out. Okay, let's power. whatever. We'll do quick attack. There we go. That's what we're looking. Oh, he does have. See? Yep, he does have water. Okay. This is gonna come down to whoever gets a final hit here. Okay. We should have this in the bag here. Boom. And your boy just remembered that he wanted to catch that Pokemon, so we just defeated Chudo after wanting to catch it. Anyways, so back to our playthrough. Okay, you remember those potions that I said I probably wouldn't need to use yet? Have I mentioned yet that I'm a newer player? I don't know if I've mentioned that enough yet, but if you've not figured that out yet. All right. Because I want a water type. I don't really like Choodle. I don't know the name of it, but I've seen his full evolution. I think his evolution is a little bit ugly, so I don't really care for him, but it's a water type, and I do want a water type on my team. So okay, we're gonna try to catch him now, because I'm not really gonna play this back and forth game, especially after we already fainted one, even though we were supposed to catch it. Chuto was caught. Perfect. Get on the team, son. You're finally off the bench. Let Ma and Dad know. Back home. You're finally off the bench. I forget what the name of this, like, fox is. I really don't like it, so we're not going to catch it. And then we have this little booger eater we have to face. There's this little Jakey, right? When our eyes meet, we have to fight. Youngster Jakey. Alright, let's get this going on. Of course, he has my mortal enemy. Oh yeah, already burned. This is perfect. Yeah, that did nothing. Enjoy your burns, my friend. Yeah, that lowers our defense. I've got some, like I said, I've got some moves like in my head, like right when I see them I know what they are and what their purpose is. But for the most part, don't count on it. I don't know. I don't know that much. Hone claws. Blip bug. Whenever there's a strong trainer, I always look right at them. Yeah. Just give me my money, kid. Give me my money before I ring back home and tell them to forget about you. Another blip bug. I'm trying to run into as many Pokemon as I can early on. Obviously, that'll mainly happen once we get to the wild area, the open area, but for now, we will deal with the cards we're dealt. You know, I almost wonder if I'm creating more work for myself on the back end by not just like catching these Pokemon when I have the chance because I think they're ugly or not cool. So I wonder if I'm making more work for myself later, which I probably am, but by then, after I beat the game, I'll be more equipped to deal with it. So I'm just gonna lay in the bed that I've made for myself. Cute and strong together in combination. Thank you for that compliment. I am cute. Certainly you were not speaking about yourself. Alright. Of course you have a Choodle. That's perfect. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah. That's all we've got. That's all we've got that'll do anything. Hey, ma'am, your Choodle isn't, very smart. I hate to tell you. Did not make it out of kindergarten. Alright. Last Lauren. Are we cute and nothing more? It looks like our strength still has ways to go. You've got to work on both ends, let me tell you. You did not blend your makeup well enough. You're nothing compared to Hop's mom. Alright, of course. Youngster. I couldn't beat Hop, but I'm gonna beat you. My boy, if you couldn't beat Hop. Benji, you've got no chance in this fight. Especially a blip bug, my guy. Wait till you see this, yeah. Absolute unit of a rabbit right here. Yeah, I don't know what you expected outside of that, Benji, but it's time to ring home, go home, pack whatever bag you can, and probably find one of those mountains in the background to get lost in. Crazy. Oh, he's got two. Benji, you may have pulled the biggest snooze on me. Okay, we're gonna go. Benji pulled that one out. I mean, he's still gonna lose, but he got me there. I thought he was in and out of the fight, but he stuck in it. I gotta give him props. I'll take back my rude comments. That was... He actually got me there. It's so hard in the early part of the game to like really feel like you have a team, because Score Bunny's the only one who's like a good enough level to actually mean anything in a battle. So like you saw me put a Wooloo in to fight, and the Wooloo just ends up getting destroyed. So there's almost like no point to make a team right off the bat. But here we are. Once they get to their evolution stages, they'll get better, but for right now, it really is subpar, meaningless. Look, there's the professor. So have you unraveled all the secrets of the Dynamax phenomena yet? Oh goodness, no. The whole thing is still full of questions. I'd hoped that my granddaughter would take over my research, but... Dear me, I'm sorry. I didn't even notice my guess. Again, see, this is the part where I'm willing to slow down and actually read, just because she plays a part in the story, Dynamaxing plays a part in the story, so this is where the dialogue matters. My name is Magnolia. Welcome, young trainers. Now come, let's head indoors. Why, Hop dear, I see Wooloo has made some new friends. And you must be Ski. I trust you received the Pokédex from Sonia. I'm sure you'll have it complete in no time. You must already know about Dynamaxing, right, Ski? Professor Magnolia has been doing research into the Dynamax phenomenon for years and years, and it takes a proper understanding of the thing if you plan to use Dynamax to the fullest. There you go again, Leon, always talking about Pokemon. There are other things that are worth knowing about too, you know, like how many different types of tea there are. Hey Professor, do us a favor, would you? Help me convince Lee he should endorse us for the gym challenge. Oh Leon, why wouldn't you endorse them? Hop and Ski only just started out as Pokemon trainers. There's still loads they don't know yet. Jerry, I thought your dream was to have everyone in the Galar region become strong trainers, isn't that right? Well yeah, you're not wrong. That goes precisely the reason I gave them both Pokemon. Right then, in that case, how about this? Let's see if the two of you can show me such a brilliant battle that I'm left with no choice but to endorse you. And don't worry, I'll make sure both your teams are in good shape before the battle starts. What a kind sir. I didn't have to use any of my potions. Dude is like obsessed with randomly leaving me with other people. It's weird. We have a dad. You've got to be. If I talk to this man and he is not somehow your husband or something, I'm gonna be so disappointed. Holy cow. Sir. Do what plants would want instead of what you want. If you keep that in mind, plants will grow. Hold on, that is a whole poem right there. I need to dissect that. Do what plants would want instead of what you want. If you keep that in mind, plants will grow. Is that all you say? Yep. So I'm gonna be honest here, guys. Top 10 dumbest thing I've ever heard somebody say. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to do good in this playthrough to be nice, but I was excited to find out if this guy was like somehow the first dad in this Pokemon franchise, but oh, Jesus Louise, dude is like about to have offsprings with a plant. I think you've got potential, and that's why I want you to be a real rival to Hop. And that's direct from your champion, Leon. Okay. I mean, you're not going to be champion for too much longer. I'm going to become the greatest Pokemon trainer there is, and to do that, I need the endorsement to take part in the gym challenge. Come at me with everything you've got so we can impress Lee. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. I mean, you have no chance against me, but let's do it. I'm rather interested in seeing how you two young trainers battle, too. Well, listen, lady, your husband, or whatever the hell that guy is, dude, you've got to put some duct tape around that, pie hole, whatever you want to call it. Listen, you two, the reason I'm unbeatable is because I learn from every battle I see or take. That's how I've gotten to where I am today, so show me something good. Well, we'll try. Tale of his legend. This is where the tale of his legend begins. I skipped that. I swear to God, I skipped that dialogue way too fast, but okay, the count is at 3 now. He has said that 3 times. We are going to add a count. The next video, there's going to be a counter that pops up anytime that he says that crap. So cringy. Not the poor Lulu. Have you gotten a bit stronger? Me and my team will put you to the test and see. Again, very doubtful. Also, if you like think I'm dogging on this game, I'm not. I'm just having fun. I like to poke fun at things as I go through it. Especially, again, Pokemon stories are always kind of more lighthearted, and so it's fun to try to, I don't know, see a funnier side to them. But again, we're going to take the actual story slow. So right now we're trying to get the endorsement so we can do the gym challenge and obviously Dynamax our Pokemon. Chudo learned Bite. About to send out Grookey. Yeah, no. Why would I, we're gonna leave our boy out there. I mean, he's about to give you a super effect. Well, look at you. Seems you've already learned your tight matchups. Dude, I learned it our first fight, my guy. You chose grass. Perfection. Wooloo leveled up. Copycat. Rookity, oh, you've got 3. It'll be close, but that's exactly my sort of match. Alright. If Rookity did not have, let me just throw this out there, if Rookity did not have as cool of a final evolution as he does, I would not respect him as much as I do. Rookity is awesome only because of his final evolution, that's it. Outside of his final evolution, he's really not very cool. Double kick. Yeah, let's see here. Growl. I'm more into offense. I'm not so much into the whole, like, you know, tail whip, getting your, your opponent's defense down or raising your stats. I'm not, I haven't delved that far deep into Pokemon where I know how to do those things or I understand it enough to really utilize it. So, like, some people are like, oh, why wouldn't you use Growl? It's great. To me, I'd rather have moves that actually do damage. I'd rather, like, kind of gun my way through a battle than, like, have to be super strategic. Like, I'm willing to be a little bit strategic, like type matchups and stuff like that, but not when it comes to, like, oh, I can use this move and up my stats or lower their stats. I'm just not that guy. I'm not for it. Sting of defeat and the joy of victory. Guess going through both is the key to the two of us getting stronger, right? Yeah, you're going to be going through a lot of the second half of that. Well, after seeing a match like that one, I suppose I have little choice but to give you both an endorsement as champion. You should have handed me mine first, but we'll move on. Yes, thanks, Lee. I swear I'm going to win my way through the gym challenge to reach you. You may both be young still and plenty rough around the edges, but it was a proper battle. Charizard and I were both feeling the excitement in every last cell in our bodies. Hop, you've always tended to get caught up in things like how you throw your Pokeball out, things that have nothing to do with real strength. Honestly, I'd been worried about you still obsessing over that sort of nonsense. But it seems you've really grown a bit. And I'd like to see more thrilling Pokemon battles out of you too, Ski. Alright, Ski. You and me are going to train up against one another to aim for the champion's title. The more we keep battling against one another, the more our Pokemon will grow. Huh? What's that? What is that? Ski, would you look at this? They are wishing stars. Since there are 2 of them, you should take one yourself. So we have a wishing star and we have our endorsement from the champion, so now we can do the gym battle. With one of these, my Pokemon can Dynamax. They're going to be massive. Yes. trust you to pull something like this. They say wishing stars fall down for those who have a true wish in their heart, you know? I will be the greatest trainer ever. There, I said it 3 times, so surely my wish will come true now. Don't be silly, Hop. Those wishing stars are composed of a curious sort of rock containing unknown power. They are one of the most precious resources we have here in the Galar region. But they won't do a thing for you in that state. Give them to me now and I'll have you sorted. Ah, right. You've done heaps of research on the Dynamax phenomenon. Phenomenon, right? Phenomenon? Yeah. Haven't you, Professor? Then please, give Ski and me the power to Dynamax our Pokémon. First, we got to battle against that wild Pokémon in the slumbering weald, and now this. Really feels like we're getting caught up in the adventure of a lifetime. I do understand your excitement, young man, but don't get carried away. You want to save your energy for tomorrow's journey. Seems I came back home right in time for all the excitement. Hey, you lot. Why not have some dinner? You must be hungry, right? I've been totally obsessed with making the latest trendy curries. Sweet. Alright, now we'll be able to hopefully Dynamax our Pokemon, see what Grand does for us. It's morning at last, time for our adventure to start. Good morning, you young challengers. Hop, is it true you really met some Pokemon you didn't recognize? Is there anything more you can tell me about it? Well, there was weird heavy fog and then this even weirder Pokemon appeared. Ski tried to fight it off, but then I think we both passed out or something. It's all pretty hazy. Alright, fount of information you are. Ski, Hop, these are for you. The Dynamax band. Put it on our wrist. Those are your Dynamax bands. I made them by fitting the wishing stars you found last night into those bands. It's just like the one Lee has on him too. Now we can Dynamax our Pokemon like he does. My word, you don't waste any time, do you? I think you'll find it's not so simple as all that. There are a number of conditions you must meet if you hope to have your Pokemon Dynamax and take on the gigantic form. Now don't be afraid to go to all sorts of places and meet all sort of Pokemon. That will help you fill out your Pokedex too. The legend of my reign is finally about to begin. I'm counting that. That's basically the same thing as the legend of his tail, so we're at 4 on the annoying catchphrase from Hop. Come on, Ski, I'll beat you to the station. Again, I'm dogging on Hop for fun. I actually don't mind Hop. I mean, he is annoying, but he does receive a bit too much hate. Just like this entire game. Again, there's a subgroup of people who don't like this game, and I don't get it. Yeah, sometimes you can see the Pokemon, but sometimes you can't. If you crouch, they won't be able to see you. If you whistle at them, you'll catch their attention. Awesome. Thank you, Hop. You really taught me a lot. How about, you race me to the station like you said. Alright, we're gonna make our way back to the station, and that's probably where we're going to end the episode. Again, I know it's still a little bit shorter of an episode. Still, like 45 minutes really isn't enough to get a ton started, but like I said, the episodes will get longer and longer as we move forward. I just don't want to already start off super long and have something go wrong and have an entire super long episode that's not up to par, not up to standard. So that is why, you know, and I'm trying to do as much as I can, but also like talk and be entertaining. So if you're also like, man, you didn't really get a lot done in 45 minutes, I hope, you know, help you understand, like, I'm trying to play the game but also talk, but also make sure I'm doing everything correctly. So yeah, we're headed back to the station again. Now we have our Dynamax bands. We don't know exactly what the Dynamax power is. It's still a mystery even to the professor. But now we have the endorsement from Lee, so we can go and start the gym challenge. Make our way down here to the station. So out with it, Ski. How many did you catch? I caught a really special one, and you got not one. What were you doing this whole time? Dude, I already have more Pokemon than you, and I've beaten you twice. Like, my guy, you are the one in need of a catch-up. Yep, TMs are moves that you can teach your Pokemon. Again, I don't really ever use them. I'm not that in depth with, like, caring about what exact moves I have. The only time I really used them was in my first playthrough I've done of Pokemon Violet, but even then I only used like a couple, and that was because I wanted to teach the Pokemon it and before I put them in Pokemon Home. So the gym challenge will begin in Motostoke, and our train's waiting, so let's go. Alright guys, this is where we are going to end the episode for today. We are headed to Motostoke in episode 3, where we will start catching a lot more Pokemon. I'm going to take my time in Motostoke. I know that this series is more so trying to beat the main story of the game, because this is how I want to break it up. I want to do the main story of the game, then complete the Pokemon, or the Pokedex, and then go into shiny hunting. But beating the main story of the game and completing the Pokedex are probably going to intermingle and happen kind of at the same time, at least pieces of it. Obviously, I'm not going to complete the Pokedex before I beat the main story of the game, but I'm certainly going to get as many Pokemon as I can done during the main story of the game, so I have a little bit less work for after the game, after I beat the main story. So, like I said, next episode is Motostoke. I'm gonna completely take my time, slow everything down, focus on catching Pokemon, and that's where we'll leave off. Thanks for watching.